Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Morgan, and welcome to my Theory to Practice project. Grades K through 12, I attended Darby schools. The elementary, junior high, and high school were all on the same property. We're a small school district, but I valued the strong sense of community my school provided. I had many influential educators in elementary and junior high. 3, however, really stand out as I complete this project and realize that these 3 teachers seamlessly integrated many content areas into my favorite projects. Miss Bieber, right here, she taught the 2nd grade, and to this day I remember things about her class vividly. She incorporated the behavioristic approach through rewards in her class. In this class, we made papier-mâché animals to use as visuals for the fiction stories we wrote and had bound. In 6th grade, I had Mrs. Vogt. She's right here. I cannot find anyone that can read out loud better than she can. She was an amazing storyteller that encouraged me and many classmates to read. Lastly, one of my most influential educators was my 7th and 8th grade math teacher, my driver's ed teacher, and my high school basketball coach, Mr. McCrossan, right there. As an active part of my education, Mr. McCrossan gave me confidence in a math classroom, which I was never used to. Math is my worst subject, but to teach us prime numbers, he asked us to write a fiction story about the prime numbers. With clear guidelines, I was very successful in this project. As I think about what works and doesn't work for me as a learner, many experiences come to mind. I thrive on clear guidelines and hands-on learning. Reading chapters and answering comprehension questions at the end has proven to be a useless learning tool for me. I do not excel in noisy or busy classrooms. As a pre-service teacher, I do not believe one learning theory is the best. I believe in a combination of behaviorism, humanism, and constructivism. I value clear rules and guidelines in my classroom that will help my learners acquire behavioral skills. I also believe in drawing on students' experience and adapting to their needs while helping them build critical thinking skills. Finally, I believe in Piaget's theory of constructivism, stating that children are activated and motivated learners. It is my responsibility to foster this within my students and encourage them to self-reflect through the process. Educated in the era of the Common Core state standards, I will adhere to the standards, realizing that they are not the curriculum. I will use approved curricula that provide structure and flexibility to accommodate my students. My overall goal is to use themes that are engaging for students while addressing the standards in each content area. In the ELA classroom, 4 strands will be integrated seamlessly into multiple content areas. They are reading, writing, language, speaking, and listening. Following the blog of an ELA teacher, I really like this tip she gave about the standards. It says, "The standards are not meant to work independently. Use the reading strand as a primer for the writing strand. Practice the standards in the language strand while writing. The speaking and listening strand draws from the reading and writing." This reminds me that the strands are not static, but they flow within each other and will be used in unison. Through my classroom experiences, I have seen the integration of ELA into many subjects and believe it is possible in all content areas. My ideal classroom layout provides a picture of the blended theorist I resonate with. In this bird's eye view, as you can see, the students will sit at tables to create better collaboration. The kidney table will be used for conferences during the workshop model. The circle rug shown will be designated area for reading. Surrounded by books that fit the readability of my students, this will be a comforting place to enjoy reading or writing. Lastly, I welcome any technology into my classroom and will use it as a learning tool. Here is an outline of the workshop model I plan to use in my classroom for reading and writing. I like the quote here at the top that says, "Help the writer and not the writing." I plan to really help students through the process by conferencing with them individually and in small groups. Here is another activity I plan to use in my classroom. This plays on the self-reflection part of constructivism, and it is a reading self-checklist. And one of the example questions is, I read books that were just right for me. And instead of this yes column here, I believe in using a scale of 1 to 5 and having students rank their answers to each question to get a better sense of where they're feeling during their reading, and having them complete it at the end of every week to really guide the students with the process of reading and help them enjoy it like they should. here is my works cited, and thanks for listening.